In this last episode of Short Strike Seminar, we will simulate a missed headshot. The bullet hit the jaw area. And we will show you the signs on the point of strike that will tell you that you hit the jaw. Hello my friends, my name's Steffen Foullon. Welcome to the Norma Academy and welcome to the last episode of Short Strike Analysis. In this last episode, we will simulate a missed headshot. The bullet hit the jaw area. The white sheet in the back helps us to collect all the debris, and we will show you the signs on the point of strike that will tell you that you hit the jaw. So very distinctive at the point of strike. We find teeth, and we also find parts of the jawbone that has a very distinctive structure. Almost hollow, filled with tubes. Only the jaw area has this type of bones. So take a good look at it and try to memorize it next time when you find bones at the point of strike. So the worst scenario that could have happened. We find saliva, we find teeth, and we find a certain bone structure at the point of strike. What you need to do next is very crucial and important, and that hopefully leads to the end of the suffering of the wild boar. You need to call a dog handler that is fit and that has a strong and fast dog, because your only chance of retrieving the wild boar is actually really chasing it down. And the boar will run fast and the boar will run far because everything is intact, right? Besides of the jaw, which will cause a horrible death. It will starve to death because there's no more food intake possible. So due to the fact that this area where the animal breathes through is damaged and will bleed very strongly, if you keep the boar running and keep the boar in motion with the dog and the dog handler, at a certain point the wild boar will start to breathe its own blood. This will slow the boar down, and then the dog has its chance to basically get close to the boar, hold it down long enough for the dog handler to finish the job with the knife. A very distinctive sound happens when you hit the jaw area, because those teeth are very hard, and it's again a high-pitched sound the bullet makes as soon as it hits the jaw area. And the behavior of the boar after a shot in the jaw area is very distinctive as well, because when I saw it, it's the animal starts to turn around in circles. It goes crazy due to the pain that is caused by this massive wound in the jaw area and many nerves that end there. And if you see something like this, empty the magazine, if safety is given, of course. So empty the magazine means shoot as long as you can and until the boar is down, because a chase with the dog is just such a hard way it's just an extremely hard job to get close to a wild boar that's been shot in the snout. So if you have the chance to place an additional shot, do this. And unfortunately, hits in the jaw area are not that uncommon as it sounds. It happens a lot on driven hunts. If your lead was too far, your bullet ends up in the front area. And unfortunately, and very unethical in my point of view, is if hunters really try to preserve that last bit of meat and try to aim at the ear area of the boar. But If you look at the anatomy of the boar again, the target area of the brain is extremely small and there's so much that can go wrong. The animal moves and it's constantly digging on the ground. It's getting bullied by some of the sisters and brothers around if you're hunting them in the pack. So much stuff can go wrong. Do yourself and the animal the favor, don't go ever for a headshot. Aim for the shoulder, clean and ethical kill. So when we're talking about the target area, then the deadly area is right here behind the ear. And it isn't bigger as this. And there's just way too much that can go wrong. The bullet ends up here, the animal will not die, the boar will not die, it will suffer and it will starve to death because it cannot eat anymore. And those parts, if you hit those parts, what actually happens is the boar starts to turn. So if you see a turning boar wildly after your first shot, make sure to repeat as fast as possible and place a second or if needed a third shot on the animal, so you'll end suffering and you do not cause that absolutely horrible chase or maybe horrible death for the animal if you're not able to retrieve it. Guys, if you like videos like this, consider subscribing to the Norma YouTube channel. Leave us a like and a comment. This helps the algorithm and in the end of the day us to produce videos like this for you. So stay safe and keep on hunting. And one last thing I would like to mention is that the wild boar we use in this Shot Strike seminar has a very tragic story behind it. We found it on my hunting ground, starved to death, because it had a zip tie around the snout. It's very important that you take everything with you out of the woods. Leave nothing but footprints. Thank you.